Hey there, Astroneers. Cougar here with another day of tutorial-y type gameplay for the early access game ASTRONEER. Let's pop ourselves out of our pod and get going. Yesterday I showed you how to drop tethers. Today I just want to show you quickly a quick and easy way to pick them up. Hold shift and left click on anything in the game and it will automatically be added directly to your backpack. That works for tethers and compounds and all sorts of stuff. Alright, so our agenda today is to start exploring. We want to get over and explore that big spaceship relic over there. We also want to get down into the caves that we discovered our first day here and see what's down there. Our ultimate goal today is to be generating more research bytes. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, you can drop basically anything in here and research it for a small amount of research data. Pull up my backpack. Let's put another piece of compound in there since we already researched some organic. You can re-research stuff if you want to for the same amount of research bytes you got off it the first time. And this will give us 40 research bytes for researching this piece of compound here. So let's get that going. While that is researching, let me just note that you can store stuff on anywhere on these platforms. Now, if you store organic resources here on a platform that is using organic resources to power a small generator, the game will automatically suck new resources onto the generator as they are needed. So when this bit of organic material is gone, it will take the next bit, and then the next bit, and then the next bit, until that item is completely researched. Our long-term goal is to start researching. Hold on, let me just pull up my catalog. Our long-term goal is to start researching stuff that is going to help us explore, such as a small oxygen tank, which, look, that is going to cost us 1,600 bytes of research, which is why we're venturing down into these caves to help us find that kind of stuff. The other thing we want is a small battery. That is going to take 2,000 bytes of research data. So as we get down into these caves, we're going to be on the lookout for stuff that we can bring back up here, alien stuff, that is going to provide us much more research data as it is researched. Now, yesterday we discovered two cave entrances, one to the south of our base, one to the west of our base. So let's start venturing out that direction and take a look down in those caves. We want to be a little bit careful our first time down in these caves because we don't know what's down there. We want to take it a little bit slowly. I'm not going to sprint down there. Now here's another resource we haven't seen yet. This is oxygen. If you vacuum up this oxygen, it will either refill your oxygen, or if your oxygen is full, it will provide you with oxygen as a resource that can be used later as you run out of oxygen. Alright, now here's why we are taking this slow. We do not want to fall down there with no way to get back up and no additional oxygen. It looks like there might be some valuable stuff down in there, but instead of going down there, let's just see if the other entrance, the other cave that we saw, might be a little bit easier to get down into. Let's pick up these tethers as we go by holding shift and left clicking on them. They are automatically added to our backpack. Alright, now let's head off to the west and find that other cave entrance. Tether. 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 Alright, here's the other cave entrance. I wonder if a tether will... Okay, tethers can go through the terrain like that. So that's a good shortcut for you. More oxygen down here. And another steep drop Alright, this is no better than the other one. In fact, this is worse because those plants down there, see the pulsating plants? Those will give off a green gas that is harmful to you. In fact, it can kill you really easily. So this entrance is worse than the other one. Let's head back to the first one we found and dig our way down. Our research station has finished researching that piece of compound. One thing to note, it is still using power from the small generator. So that will continue to use up organic resources, even though there's nothing for it to research. So let's take that piece of organic off of there right now. We can store it on the other platform we have, because it will not automatically transfer over to the power generator from this platform. So that just clears up a couple of spots in our inventory. Alright, now we're heading back to the south to that first cave entrance. We have another piece of compound on us in our backpack up here on the left, and we have another piece of compound down here. We can actually craft more tethers right now. Let's do that. And then I'm actually going to back us up a bit. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I'm going to back us off a little bit and start digging our way down. Ah! And we fell right down in. That's not good. We need to... our first priority right now is to make sure that there's a way to get back up out of here for when we start running out of oxygen, because we have no tethers down here. Alright. That'll take us right back up to the surface. That's fine. We can actually now use that as an entrance. The initial entrance is over here. Let's retrieve some of those tethers and get back over to that new entrance. Be a little easier to see where that was in the daylight. Where was it? Wasn't it right over here? That's still the cave. Alright, here it is. Alright, we got plenty of tethers on us. Let's just start skating down there. Oh, that went a little too fast. Alright. Now we're down here safe and sound. Can continue laying tethers, but what we want to be doing is digging up these alien plants here. But they do give off, sometimes they can give off harmful gases or plant seeds. Now some of these are going to have alien artifacts underneath them. That was a misplaced tether. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's dig these up. Alright, see the pulsating things over there? They just sent out some green gas. We cannot let that green gas touch us. It will harm us and even potentially kill us. What we want to do then is dig up those pulsating plants from as far away as possible, and they will die. Alright. Great, so those will be dying soon. I got hit by a little bit of green gas or something else. And what we are looking for, here we go. Alright. Do you see this? This is a piece of alien artifact or an alien plant that we can research for large amounts of research data. So we're going to dig that out completely. Now we can pick it up. Now we start to play the ASTRONEER mini game of get the alien thing back to base, which it's really hard to describe what's going on here. You have to do it yourself to understand. You're controlling like 3 different things. You got to control where the alien thing is and where you are and where you're looking all at the same time. Can be a little bit awkward, but that wasn't too bad. Okay, now we're going to place this alien thing on our research station and start researching it. Hold Q to bring up the panel. Now look at this. This one alien technology is going to give us 2,596 bytes of research data. It's going to take a while to do that, obviously, but there it is. That's going to give us a lot of research data with which to unlock new stuff. And again, if we put organic resource on the generator, it will start researching that even faster. And if we put more organic on the same platform, it will suck in that new organic material to replace the stuff that is used as it is used. In fact, I would like to go out and get even more organic material to fully stock that. It's going to take a long time to research that and use a lot of power. So the more organic stuff we can put on that platform to be loaded into the generator as needed, the better off we'll be. Alright, great. We got a lot of organics here. Bring up our backpack and plop those organic resources down onto the platform. And in fact, it looks like this bit of organic is almost gone. If we hang out here for a second, it'll suck in another piece of organic and we can place yet another one on there to further speed up and extend the researching time. There we go. It just took another one, so now we can place another one. And now head back down into our cave. We've got kind of a not direct path for our tethers here. That's okay for now. I'll clean that up later. And a little sledding. Great. Let us, instead of, well, we already started down here. Now here's another resource off here in the distance that we could be collecting. This is laterite, which you can refine into ammonium. We don't actually need any ammonium right now, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time. We're also picking up power. See the yellow bubbles on the ground here? That is power. That will recharge our power or give us power as nodules. I think that's far enough in this direction. I want to head back to our tethers and start heading in a different direction. Now that we've kind of seen what's down here, which is nothing super useful as far as I can see from right here. Let's just see what's down over this way. Alright, we're out of tethers. There are some more of those dangerous plants. We want to dig those up and not let that green gas hit us. That green gas is homing in on us. But it ceases to be dangerous after a while. We're out of tethers. Let's bring up our backpack, use another piece of compound to create more tethers. Great, we got 12 more tethers. Alright, all of those dangerous plants are now out of the way. As soon as this gas dissipates, we can continue. Ah, and there's another alien artifact for our research. Great. Before we pick that up and carry it back up to the surface, let's just look around a little bit more. Here's some ammonium. Another valuable resource that we don't actually need at this point, but we'll pick it up just to be picking this up. We don't really need all this, and it's really just making our lives harder in terms of exploring, so we're going to leave that. Let's destroy these plants off here, not get hit by the green gas. We do want to be digging this stuff up just in case there's another alien thing down there, but there isn't. Our backpack is basically full. There's not much more we can pick up down here. There's some more laterite that we don't need. Oh, I think there's another alien thing over there. We can come back for that. I just want to look around and see what else we have. That goes deeper, deeper. We're not ready to do that yet. Top off my oxygen and continue exploring. Ah! Now here's something we can use. Malachite. Malachite is used to create copper. I believe we will need some copper to make our battery. I don't remember exactly. But I know that we do need copper. So we need this malachite. Are we picking this up? Or are we just dropping it? I think we're picking it up. No, we're just dropping it. We're kicking it around, which is not what we want to do. Let's drop. I mean, power is valuable. Laterite is valuable, but we don't need it right now. So let's drop this stuff. The malachite is more important for us. Again, for anything in the game, hold shift and left click on it to put it directly into your backpack. Alright. Our backpack is full. Now let's grab that alien thing that we found over here and bring that back up to the surface to provide us with even more research bytes. Now when we get back... See, here goes the mini game again. Alright. We're going to have lots of research bytes waiting for us when we get back up there. We should be able to unlock maybe the oxygen tank and or probably not both the oxygen tank and the small battery, but we'll see. Messy tethers. Messy, inefficient tethering. I'll have to fix all this. Alright, it is still researching that first thing we dropped there. Now we can leave this bit of alien thing here for now, but we do have to beware of storms. A storm could blow that so far away from our base that we never find it again. Instead of heading back down to the... You know what? Before we go over there, I need to drop some of this stuff off. Now, one thing you can do is just drop it in a hole. We've already dug a hole out over here when we were picking up the resin. So let me just unload some of this stuff here in the hole. This will keep it from blowing away. We might need the resin. I'm going to hold on to that. But this will keep it from blowing away in a storm. We might need the compound to make more tethers. We won't need the ammonium. Let's hang on to that last bit of compound just in case we need even more. Instead of heading back down to the cave, because we've basically gotten all the stuff out of there that we're going to get at this point until we complete that initial research, let's head over here to this spaceship debris. Now you can dig this stuff out and find lots of good stuff down here. Usually, mostly. Now that is something we can research. Excellent. That is not something we can research. That's just debris. Down to 25% oxygen. Let's go back and grab some more. Not all the way back to base, just over here to our tethers. That'll work. What we really should do is check the status of our Research Byte collection. See how much we have and how much we can spend. That is not something we can pick up, but well, at this point, I'm just going to ask you to take my word for it that you can get good stuff out of here. We haven't actually found any yet, but it is available. I think what our priority now should be... Oh, there's something. Getting that other piece of research tech back to base and checking our research status to see if there's anything that we can unlock, anything useful that we can unlock and build. Minigame. Now I see our research thing turning very slowly. To me that says, yeah, it's out of organic resource. It's not researching as quickly as it should or could. So we could put more, we would need more organic to get in there. For now, let's look at our catalog and see what we have enough research. We have 2,200 bytes of research data. That is going to be enough to unlock the oxygen tank, which will be under the survival category. There's the small battery. That costs 2,000. But I'm more interested in the oxygen tank because we are definitely running out of oxygen faster than we are running out of power. Now pull up our battery again and scroll through, and it should tell us that now we can build an oxygen tank. To do that, we're going to need titanium, of which we have none, and which we will either need to discover at a spaceship like that, or we will need to build a smelter to create. But But I think that's going to do it for this second day. We ventured down into a cave. We dug up some alien plants and found these unknown research items. We put one of them in our research lab, and it is now being researched and providing us with research bytes. We now have a second thing we can research and a third thing that we can research to provide us with even more research data. And that will allow us to unlock more and more stuff as we go along. In fact, before I let you go, let's see what else we can unlock here. Extenders might come in handy, but I'd rather wait it out and get that small battery. We could build a small solar here. We could unlock the small solar, but in order to actually build it, we'll need copper, which we don't have. So that's not going to be terribly useful. A beacon, not that useful right now since we're still operating very close to base. A work light might be useful down in the caves. A smelter we're going to have to build. That's going to be one of the top priorities, I guess, tomorrow. Medium printer we're going to also have to build. You know what? No, I'm not gonna spend research bytes on doing that right now. All right, but so that'll do it for day 2. We got that research stuff. We can throw in the researcher for bytes. We started digging out that big spaceship over there. That's going to take more excavation to gather the stuff that's useful in there. So thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the ASTRONEER stuff. Until the next time, stay safe, ASTRONEERs.